So I knew this was coming. I know after I did it, I think I was sort of threatened that if I ever wanted to be president, this was coming up. So I kind of expected it. Basically, the way it worked is Mark at the NDSA transition started rubbing it in my face that he beat me in the election. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to sort of put in a lot of information that would, it's things like executive assistants, personal contacts that I developed, and like those are things that you sort of earn over the year. And I would have normally given them up to the next person, but the sort of aggressive nature of Mark there sort of made me say no. And I'd also like to point out that my report was still the longest and most comprehensive of all the executive reports from that year. I put a lot in there, but there were some things that I sort of would have normally put in there that I would have shared between a friendly colleague, as far as this person, this is a good way to deal with this person, this is the way to get on their good side. And that was the information that I left out of that report, but I still had a very comprehensive report. I had detailings on everything that happened over the year, and it ended up being a bigger report than any other VP submitted to their successor. So I felt like that report was still better than most, but it wasn't necessarily the best possible thing, and it wasn't absolutely every ounce of knowledge I had in that report.
Personally, very upset and disappointed about the way this played out, but this is a personal interaction between me and the candidate, and I handled it personally. I don't want to engage about it in a public forum. I think it's between me and him, but I was disappointed about the way it played out.
I'll say that since then, Mark and I have sort of mended fences, and there's no aggressive will between us. We talked about it later on in September. So it was later in the year. I gave him a drive back from Fredericton when I was doing some work there, and we talked about some things. And there's no ill will between us anymore. It was just at that moment I was really sort of taken back by the comment. But things are good between Mark and I now.